My name is Kyson, and I'm 8 years old. I first heard about the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre recently. My family has been watching and listening about it, but I didn't learn much until this book. Tulsa Girl by Shameen Anthonio-Williams. Tulsa Girl is a story about a 6-year-old girl who witnessed the events of a historic Tulsa massacre. At once, the door swung open. There stood the first of many men with guns and angry faces, come to take Dad and Sammy. What terrible thing did Daddy do but own a store and pray? But what bad did her brother do but go to school each day? By then, she hid beneath the table and watched the angry men. Aren't these our visiting cellmen? I thought they were our friends. But today, they weren't so friendly, and what they did wasn't right. They tore up all the furniture. They torched everything in sight. I liked reading Tulsa Girl because it was about a real girl who saw everything and was able to tell her story so people wouldn't forget that the massacre happened. Her story was so big, it was able to become its own book. I think it is important to learn about the Tulsa Race Massacre because the more people learn about it, the more people will be able to see how Tulsa was back then and see how people describe the massacre.
Tulsa Girl is just one of the many resources we have here at Tulsa Library that parents and caregivers can use to talk about the Tulsa Race Massacre with their children. Along with our children's items, you can find nonfiction and fiction titles for teens and adults related to Greenwood and the massacre in our collection at Tulsa Library. For information on events about the Tulsa Race Massacre hosted by the African American Resource Center, Tulsa City County Library, and the Tulsa Library Trust, check out the virtual event guide on our website. You can also look on Tulsa Library's YouTube page to view recordings of past events.